President Muhammadu Buhari says his administration will speed up efforts to ensure rapid economic growth in the country, but a particular quote attributed to him is making the rounds in analyst circles. Speaking on Tuesday at a meeting with the Presidential Economic Advisory Council in Abuja, after a presentation from the chairman of the council, Professor and economist Doyin Salami, President Buhari was quoted to have said, "I was shocked hearing from you that of the vast agricultural land resources available to the nation, only 2% of it is under irrigation. We will make the best use of the land. Thank you for shaking us up. We are now awake. We will not doze off again. We didn't just bump into this. We believe it is something we can deliver on." For more on these stories, we have Arise business analyst Chika Nbonu with us in the studio. Chika, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm fine, sir. Thank you so much. On the AMCON, I guess AMCON is still making the rounds in trying to collect on assets that is being owed. So not much
to say there, apart from the enhanced powers based on the AMCON Amendment Act has helped, in making this easier for them with the Nigerian court processes. And so they're able to, apart from the primary obligors, able to trace the assets of other directors. And this is one of the things I've done here. And so the enhanced powers have helped them in the, we are working the recovery efforts of AMCON. And, so in this phase 2 of the tenure of the AMCON CEO, they're very aggressive in going out to try and enforce this judgment.
All right. I just wanted you to talk on the importance of AGMs with this court ruling with respect to Wando. Now, Gabriel Volpi, this was a petition he put in 2 years ago, but he's mended fences with Wale Tinubu of Wando. They've moved on. But the importance of an AGM, Chika, I mean, companies, publicly traded companies have to have their AGMs.
Yeah, I mean, when I was going through this, I just, come on, I mean, one of the souls of a limited liability company, publicly limited company, is the fact that shareholders gather.
Right.
The fact that have shareholders, who the management of the company are accountable to, and the shareholders must meet to pass resolutions. In this case, because of what has happened, Wando has not been able to, approve their 2018 accounts, even the 2019 accounts, and then even the quarterly accounts as required by their listing requirements in Nigerian Stock Exchange. They're not able to do those. But be that as it may, there are fundamental issues that gave rise to the SEC intervention. And I'm hoping that those issues, the light audit, the SEC audit, and so on and so forth, that those issues, they were able to land them. Not just the suspension of they didn't just come from air and suspend the AGM. There were issues that led to that. And I'm hoping that somehow, with this intervening period, SEC and the management of Wando have been able to, land some of these issues.
Fantastic. Chika, I've been really dying to ask you this question. I want to get your comments on what was attributed to President Buhari at this Presidential Economic Advisory Council. Him saying, after the presentation by Professor Doyin Salami on a number of issues, exiting recession, unemployment, agriculture, and him saying, we are awake, we will not doze off again. It's been a lot of people have been commenting on this, Chika. What is your take?
I usually, put the speed brakes when I have to comment on things from presidency. But it appeared that this one had the insignia of Garba Shehu.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that is right, because I've not come out to come and they're usually very of the mark
to refute it.
So they have not come to do that. The first thing is that our president likes that word shocked. He likes using the word that he's shocked. So again, in the statement he said he was shocked. About the fact that only 2% of the lands in Nigeria have irrigation. But I don't know what the Minister of Agriculture is doing for him, also informing him. Well, let's leave those drama and focus on the essential. Yes. The essential is that we're the poverty capital of the world. More than 100 million Nigerians.
He still said he wants to lift us 100 million.
More than 100 million Nigerians are living below the poverty line.
Yes.
Based on acceptable reports by all the international agencies. That's not contestable. Now, he said also he wants to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty before 2023, I think 2023, 2030, I don't remember which one again.
I think it was 2030. Over a decade.
Yeah, over a decade.
Yeah.
And You know, they say that when the AC in your car is cooling, you won't be doing like this. Yes. If you just enter the car, you just feel it.
Analogies
you just feel it.
Right.
You know, and when you come back from work or school and your grandmother is, doing pepper, cutting pepper, you know that food will come very soon.
Yes.
What are the things in the horizon that will make us feel good that this target will be achieved? So that's the point. What are the things? Is it the 74,000 manual laborers that they're putting in local government areas? Is that what it is? That's not the kind of employment we're talking about.
Right.
The issue is we have come out of recession, thank God. But there are still fundamental weaknesses in the economy. There are still elements of the segments of the economy that will actually, it's not a government. The government cannot, fill the gap, leave these people out of, poverty. It is a private sector. It must be private sector led, and the government must make the environment, amenable to private sector investments,
yes,
and then help manufacturing companies, to come back to real and grow their capacity, and so they can employ people, all day in the unemployment market. It's not the government. Government cannot do this alone. They have to drive it, make the environment, very good for the private sector people, and remove the limiting factors in the economy. We talked about them in this program several times. Yeah. Just imagine if the PIB is passed.
Chika, hang on, stay with us. We want to take a break. We'll be right back and continue this conversation. You're watching the Global Business Report on the Rise News. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Global Business Report on the Rise News. We're still with our Rise business analyst, Chika. Chika, please finish your point. You were saying the
government can't do it alone. It can't provide the employment, almost 50 million Nigerians out of quality employment.
Right.
The government must strive more to provide an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive and grow and employ more people. If you go to industrial belts, Ikeja, in Newi, Aba, a lot of companies are shut down. A lot of businesses are, look at even trade. Trade is the second highest contributor to our GDP.
Yes.
But it's struggling. And the issue, therefore, for me is, I hear the president. The government cannot alone take out these 100 million people from poverty. They must definite issues we talked about in this program several times. They must help the private sector to thrive, expand their businesses, and in that way, many people can come into the employment net.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, still on that point. All right, Nigeria needs to review its maritime security rules and enlist the support of private companies, as Chika was just saying, to tackle rampant piracy in its waters, according to a report published on Wednesday by maritime intelligence company Dryad Global. The seas off the West African country's coast are the most perilous in the world for seafarers, accounting for almost all kidnappings by pirates in recent years. Nigeria's government doesn't allow private armed guards on ships, leaving them reliant on escorts by licensed boats manned by the naval personnel. Chika, this same point for the waters.
The Gulf of Guinea is about 11,000 square miles, stretching from Angola to Senegal.
Yes.
Very important route. It's a route that Nigeria uses to export oil.
Yes.
It's a route also that all the consumer goods, we're a very import-dependent country, come into our country, to and fro. And our export also. And it is prone to piracy, and so there's a lot of self-help by the shipping companies. Let me even talk about it before I talk self-help. Because of the high level of piracy, therefore, Nigerian importers are at loss because of the fact that the insurance premiums are very high. Vessels are not willing sometimes to go to these routes. And then even sometimes you have things like death, of the ship captains and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's important that the government, the other thing I flip on is that our Navy is the largest in West Africa.
Yes.
But there are issues with funding and the right equipment. And so there are loss. And so because of this, a lot of ships do self-help. They use private guards. Yeah. Even there, the law does not allow it.
Yeah.
And there have been issues between MPA and some companies that were doing this. This has been in the press for some time now, as to whether that should be continued or not. The Minister of Transportation has said no. we, Nigerian government, is properly equipped to secure our waters, and we don't need private help. But the piracy every day is increasing, and the issue has not been resolved.
Thank you so much for that, Chika. On a lighter note, I want to get your thoughts on this Nigerian stock market. Let's play this video. There's a spoof of the stock market playing on Instagram. It's gone viral. Look at this. He puts money under there.
So the comment is that the question is that what is it greed that is at play?
Right.
The guy put in, I think, his cigarette stuff.
Yes.
Pack. They gave him 2.
Yes.
Everything they put in, gave him 2.
Money.
He got money.
Yes.
They put some small money. They gave him, and they decided to put everything inside, and then that's when they close. You see, the stock market is not supposed to represent that.
Right.
But that's what it was at the time in Nigeria.
Yes, yes.
Remember 2008, 2009 financial crisis?
The bubble, yes.
The bubble.
Yes.
Where even traders, everybody became a stock, started playing stock market.
Yes.
And they took their capital and started putting in the stock market. But you see, the issue was that whatever goes up will come down. Because people don't understand the fundamentals of stock market.
Yeah.
And so what was happening that time was every day, what's the price today? What's the XYZ limit, PLC? What, 10. Has it moved now? It's moved to 20. It moved to 4. Before they knew it, they didn't crash downwards. The stock market is not supposed to be like that. The way it's supposed to be, even though there's no formula for it, people tell you that, 1, determine your risk-free investment. Yeah. Basically, if you put your money in the banking system, in Nigeria, it's supposed to be treasury bill, but pick 2 or 3 banks that you know are solid. If you put money there, how much can you get? Assuming you go to the moon. So if it is X interest rate, you're going to get. It's safe, your risk-free rate. Then everything that you get on top of that now is a plus for you. So if you go to the stock market, the minimum you should get is what? That's that X rate you get from the banking system. And then you define your loss rate. That if it goes X naira above that, Y naira above that X, you exit.
Yes.
Whether even your fortune teller has told you that it will reach 100 naira per share, just exit. So you can cut your losses. But, it's like everybody else, stop broke. It's not greed. It's supposed to be analyzed. It's supposed to be rationalized. It's supposed to be intentioned, not just gambling.
Arise business analyst Chika Mbono. Chika, thank you so much for your insights. We appreciate it.